alaikum and welcome to Baina News Updates. We are broadcasting live from Binab House, Medina, Atomic Junction. We are bringing you stories that made rounds in Ghana and beyond within the week. My name is Ainawal Hassan Adam. To our headlines, more personnel deployed to Ghana's borders amid terror threats. Beef Bawumia launches no guarantor student loan policy for tertiary education. And 5 monkeypox cases have been confirmed in Ghana. You can follow us on social media, Baina TV on Facebook and YouTube, at Baina_TV on Instagram, at Baina Media on Twitter. Read all the news making rounds in and around Ghana on our website www.bainamultimedia.com. Now the details. The funeral rites of the late Hajia Rahmatu Mahama, who passed on earlier this year, were climaxed with Islamic prayer at Dua at the forecourt of the State House in Accra last Saturday.
The late Hajia Mahama, who was the wife of the late former Vice President Alhaji Aliu Mahama, died at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital on April 7th this year, aged 70, and was laid to rest according to Islamic custom. Last Saturday's Adua, which lasted 2 hours and was to remember the dead, was interspersed with Quran recitals and prayers led by the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Osman Nuhu Shaributu, with support from other Islamic clergies. The ceremony attracted a host of dignitaries, among them President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his wife Rebecca Akufo-Addo, Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and his wife Samira Bawumia, as well as the Chief of Staff Akosua Frema Osei Opare. Also in attendance were former President John Ajakum Kufuor, the wife of the late former President Sliman Fulera Liman, ministers of state, members of parliament, officials of political parties and traditional rulers. Also at the ceremony were the children and the family of the deceased and members of the public, many of whom were in special customized fabric with the image of Hajia embossed on it. The spokesperson for the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Aremeyao Shaibu, paid tribute to the late educationist who he said dedicated a life to God, adding that everyone would have a taste of death, which came with experiences human beings were unable to contain.
5 members of parliament have filed a private member's motion for a comprehensive probe into the 2020 general elections.
The MPs behind the motion are MP for Asawase, Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak, MP for Bolga East, Dr. Dominic Ahen, MP for Akachi South, Bernard Ahianfo, Boeim MP, Kofi Adams, and MP for Salaga South, Zuera Ibrahima. The 9-point motion covers issues such as pre-thumb printed ballot papers in Ashanti, multiple declarations of results, an investigation into alleged procurement breaches, the discovery of excess ballot papers, and an inquiry into the violence in 6 constituencies. The motion stipulates that the said probe committee must be chaired by a member of the minority. It is, however, unclear when the motion will be moved in Parliament. There have been calls for a probe into the 2020 general election, which believe was not free and fair. In 2021, the opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC) petitioned the Inspector General of Police to probe the alleged illegal printing of excess presidential ballot papers in 2020 general elections. The petition, signed by the General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, said persons found culpable after the probe should also be prosecuted.
Ghana has confirmed 5 cases of monkeypox virus, the Ghana Health Service has said.
Addressing the media in Accra on Wednesday, 8 June 2022, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaje, said no death has been recorded yet. The number of cases recorded so far are 5 out of 12 suspected cases. Monkeypox is a rare but potentially serious viral illness that can be transmitted from person to person through direct contact with body fluid or monkeypox lessons.
There is a shortage of oral polio vaccines in the northern region.
According to reports, it has been out of stock on a national level. This has created panic among parents who have newborns who should have received the vaccine. The shortage comes at a time the northern region has discovered polio virus in some drains in Kumblimago in the Tamale metropolis and Nishego in the Sangrigu municipality. Deputy Director of Public Health of the Northern Regional Health Directorate, Dr. Hilarious Abiu, confirmed the shortage. Polio virus is a virus that may cause paralysis and is easily preventable by the polio vaccine. It is transmitted through contaminated water or food or contact with an infected person.
Away from health stories, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has commissioned facilities and vehicles amounting to over $131 million to boost technical and vocational education training.
The policy was a promise made by the Akufo-Addo government prior to the 2020 elections. The aim is to make tertiary education accessible to Ghanaian youth, especially graduates from the highly subscribed free senior high school program. Dr. Bawumia stated that with the no guarantee student loan, the cumbersome and restrictive scheme of students providing SNET contributed as guarantors before they could access student loan for tertiary education has been abolished. The no guarantee student loan policy make it possible for qualified young Ghanaians to access loan to fund their tertiary education using their Ghana card.
The Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, has set aside from 7th of June to the 6th of July for all customers to visit their district and regional offices to address issues concerning their meters.
In a statement published by the company ECG on Wednesday, 8th June 2022, the ECG wants people with issues with faulty meters, those with meters which haven't received bills, customers who don't pay for credits, those who have tampered with their meters, and all those who have any illegality to visit all their district or regional offices for rectification. Anyone who is caught will be put before the court.
Interior Minister Ambrose Derry says government is taking terror threat attack in Ghana seriously.
Mr. Derry says government is leaving no stone unturned in its quest to protect lives and properties. Speaking on the floor of Parliament, Ambrose Derry said the Ghana Immigration Service has increased its border patrols to check persons arriving into the country illegally. The West Africa Center for Counter-Extremism in its latest report warned that Ghana is at high risk of terrorism following packets of civil, political and social unrest in parts of the West Africa sub-region. It is said threats of violent extremism are heavily descending towards coastal states from the Sahel regions and that Ghana could not be spared, for that matter, given happenings in its neighboring countries. Factors such as chieftaincy and ethnic disputes, land conflicts, marginalization of vulnerable groups, and high youth unemployment make Ghana very susceptible to threats of terrorism.
That's all we have for you, but before that, a recap of our headlines. More personnel deployed to Ghana's borders amid terror threats. Vice Bawumia launches no guarantor student loan policy for tertiary education, and 5 monkeypox cases confirmed in Ghana. Many thanks for doing the watching. My name is Ainawal Hassan Adam. Enjoy the rest of our program.